This is my commemorative speech. I'm using my manuscript, and I will start in 3, 2, 1. Back on the line. These words rang in my head as I jogged back to the line for what seemed like the millionth time. At this point, I was ready to throw up. I was ready to lose my lunch, and the end was not in sight. As I ran, for forever, what it seemed like, all I could think was why. Did he like seeing us in pain? And I never got the answer to this question, and I never understood until 3 months later, where I was standing there at soccer tryouts for my freshman year, looking back and seeing everyone else still running and me just chilling at the finish line. Often when people think of coaches to thank, they think of coaches that got them into college or high school coaches that shaped them. However, often we forget the coaches that took us when we were most impressionable at a really young age and brought us up and trained us into a more mental capacity than high school coaches. So today I will honor my first soccer coach, Coach Todd, and he took me from just a young boy and turned me into the man that I am today. He taught me the value of soccer, education, and a strong work ethic. He made me into an elite soccer player, taught me the value of prioritizing education, and gave me a new outlook on life. And for that, I'll be forever grateful for him. During freshman year, one of the most difficult tests is the 2-miler test. If you don't finish it in under 12 minutes, then you're cut. You're cut. That's it. You don't even get a chance to show how good you are at soccer. I finished quick that year. I finished in second place out of the whole group of people that are trying out, not just the freshmen. And why was the run so easy for me is because 3 months earlier, Coach Todd had taught us and had us run over and over and over again. This was chess, not checkers. Additionally, the coach gave us the best opportunities. He gave 2 days a week as well as his Sunday every single weekend for 5 years. Additionally, he arranged us, 10-year-old boys, to train with a professional Brazilian futsal player named Denison Cabral. The effects of this were insane. I went from a bench warmer to someone who never got subbed off, even in high school season. Our team consistently finished first, and after I left that team, I joined a team that was top 100 in the state of Maryland. Besides soccer, Coach taught me the importance of education, which is a lesson that I will forever value to this day. Every practice, he would ask us about our grades and ask if we were doing well in school. And it seemed like small talk at first, but after a while, we all realized that he genuinely cared about us. The only valid reason he ever gave us to skip practice was because we had schoolwork or something to do in school. Additionally, as much as at this young age, we just wanted to be soccer players, athletes, astronauts, something insane in the future, Coach always was emphasizing the importance of having a backup plan. You always have to have a next move. And going back to what I said in the previous paragraph, this is chess, not checkers. After playing on this team for around 5 years, I left and moved on. And a major way to improve your college resume, like now, is having an internship in the summer. So for the internship that I applied for, I needed a recommendation. And the first person that came into my head as a mentor was him. He taught me everything from soccer to life. So I asked him for a recommendation. And without hesitation, he sent me a comprehensive 2 to 3 page recommendation for this internship after I had not even spoken to him for about a year. And this care that he had for us and how much he got to know us showed in that recommendation. The value of education is something he taught me, and today I value this so much, as I am a straight A student. Overall, the last 2 things that I said have combined to change my outlook on life. When I first met Coach, I was way too young to understand completely what he was teaching us. But the older I got, and even to this day, and I think more when I get older, I can attribute many of my traits or the way I act to what he taught me as a person. You may have noticed throughout this essay, I've been saying this is chess, not checkers. And initially, he taught us this about soccer, that soccer is chess, not checkers. You have to think ahead, you have to think 2 passes ahead. But eventually, he started applying it to life, that life is chess, not checkers. You always have to have a backup plan. You always have to be 2 moves ahead. And the people who are the most successful in life are the ones that are 2 moves ahead. And if there's one lesson I could take from my coach and apply it to the rest of my life forever, that would be this lesson. That simple lesson has carried weight throughout my life. So now, even today, often the most the most common question to come out of my mouth in any situation is, so what's next? Or what comes after this? In any situation, for example, in school, if something comes up, I say, what's next? What's after this? Because coach has always taught me to think ahead, and it's kept me out of trouble more times than I can count. But that is a statement, that is a topic for another time. And for that, I'm beyond grateful. In the 5 years that he coached me, I learned way more than soccer. I learned the value of education, that no matter what, sports is something that should come second. Education should come first. And even if you're a professional, you should be educated. I learned the value of soccer. I learned that soccer is more than just a game. And I learned how to be good at soccer, which is something that I value really highly and I would like to continue with into college. He gave me a great foundation for both of these things, and he changed how I think about anything. And he changed the way that I think about living life. Coach Todd turned me into the man that I am today, and for that I will forever be grateful. And nothing can ever repay what he has done for me. If somehow I can get this speech to him, or if somehow he ever sees this speech, I would just like to personally thank him for everything that he's done for me. And besides my father, he's the biggest father figure I have in my life. And I would one day like to sit down with him again and just think about how far we've come and see that he, if nothing, he had an effect on one person and it's changed one person's life forever. So thank you.